Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's me, Uncle Bubba, also known as DJ. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been viewing the channel, thank you so much. But if you are new, what I do, I go out to Goodwills, thrift stores, yard sales, garage sales, auctions, and I'll buy stuff that I believe is undervalued and underappreciated, and I turn around and flip them and sell them on eBay for a profit. Today was auction day. This was an absolutely unbelievable auction. According to the auctioneer, this couple was somewhat associated or somehow associated with the original first season of Star Trek. So this is stuff from the early 70s, I guess it is. I don't know when Star Trek started, so I was able to pick up a few things of Star Trek, um, but there were so many collectors, so many dealers there that the original Star Trek memorabilia they had was going outrageously priced. But I mean, it was good stuff. Don't get me wrong about that. These people had boxes full of original film clips when they're editing the each episode. They had signed pictures. They had original scripts. I mean, it was just words can't describe the auction it was. They also had probably 75-foot tables stacked four high of games, old board games from the 60s and 70s. Some brand new, some opened. They had models. It was just a I can't put in words how big auction it was. It was run pretty smoothly. Um, it was a good time. So we're gonna go over what I bought at the auction. I spent $192. I actually bought three box lots and a few one-offs. The two box lots I bought because there was one or two things that I saw in these boxes that I knew would pay for the boxes, but I didn't have time to actually go through each individual box. There were so many people there, people looking over your shoulder and wondering what you're finding, and going to try to outbid you on them. So I wound up having to pay up on these two boxes that I bought just because they were so. It was in the beginning of the auction. Everybody still had money. Nobody's worried about their budget at that time. I was still worried about my budget because I don't have that much extra money to play with, to be honest with you. But so I bought these two boxes for the few items that I saw in there, and I think I'm going to make my money back on them. So I guess let's go over see what I found. First thing up out of this one box, they had a whole bunch of patches. I know these vintage patches are going for pretty good money now. So I saw this bag right here. This bag is full of vintage Boy Scout patches. There are some patches in here from the 50s. I've been able to go through and get a couple of those pulled out and looked them up real quick. There's a couple from the second annual Boy Scout Jamboree at Valley Forge. I have two or three patches of that and a handbook from that. So I know those are in there. This is a Boy Scout roll call from the 1940s. It has people's names and dues and everything that they've been doing. So I figure there's, I don't know, 75, 80 different types of patches in here. So I figure this will pay for quite a bit of the box by itself. Also in the box are some vintage Marine Corps patches. I got some sniper patches in there. These are, like these right here. There's two of those. I believe these are selling for, I don't know, $10 to $12 a piece. So, but there again, it's another whole bag full of patches. Probably another 15, 20 patches in here. Even if I get $5 a piece for them, that'll be a good return. And another bag of patches. Now remember, this is all in one box. I went through and looked at these here. These are mainly like souvenir patches out of a souvenir stand, but they're still going anywhere from $3 to $5 a piece. And there again, there's another maybe 20 of those in here. A lot of these were probably loaded up together into one lot and sold off that way. And also with these, They're another souvenir type patches. Space Force, Space Command, I guess before Space Force. So yeah, I think these will all be lotted up, and maybe another 10 or so patches in here. So probably looking at another $15 in patches there. So I think between these patches, going to pay for what's left in the box that I still have to go through. Here we go. In another box, 1979 Knickerbocker Captain Kirk plush. It has a soft rubber head. So it has his Velcro on his handles, his little tag. He's a little dirty, so I think we'll do a little bit of cleaning up on him. Just him alone, I believe it should be around $10 to $15. But if I get $5 for him, I'll be happy. But yeah, Captain Kirk, good to go. Also, in another one of the boxes, this 1986 Space Max is actually a space station construction simulator. So, according to the instructions in the owner's manual in here, this is based on the actual NASA program where they built this space station. I forget what it's called. Star Command or whatever it is. And this is actually Space Shuttle Atlantis that's docked into it. I think I'm missing one of the hard floppy disks in here. It's supposed to come with 3. There's 2 in here. But I do have the owner's manual, and I've seen the owner's manuals on Amazon going for $75 just for the owner's manual for this game. So if I have to, when in doubt, part it out, then we'll make it that way. Also in one of the boxes, there was this Enterprise model. It's cardboard. What this is a McDonald's display from 1980. This is the Starfleet hamburger meal, cheeseburger meal. So I haven't seen any of these on eBay. There may be somewhere on there. I have to do a little more digging onto it, but this came in the box. So I'm just gonna take a educated guess. Say about $20, $25, maybe more, because it's never been put together. And it's a McDonald's advertisement, Star Trek advertisement. Yeah, so maybe it'll bring some attention to 2 different type of collectors. In this tube, I thought it was a poster, but it's not a poster. This is a 1975 blueprint for the book of... In this tube is the blueprint, 1975 blueprint of the Book of Klingon. So there are actual blueprints for a Klingon vessel. Actually pretty neat. I was never really much of a Star Trek fan. Even the original ones, I enjoyed them, but not really my type of thing. But I know there are collectors out there just for Klingon type of items. And so maybe this will be a nice collector's item for somebody. I will roll this out and take a little quick video of it so everybody can see what it is. So a few more things that were inside the boxes. These are little belts with phasers and the communicators for the Star Trek little action figures that they had out. So if somebody has the action figures, I have some belts for them. Here we go. There's a few magazines or booklets that were also in these boxes that I bought. This is a Star Trek 1976 convention. I guess these are some other type of handouts they had at the convention from 1979, 1981, another one from 1981, and the Star Trek Expo, July 1976. This is actually pretty neat. This actually goes through. It has a bunch of the biographies of a bunch of the people that were in the show. George Takei's in there, Leonard Nimoy, Aurora, her biography's in there. Scotty's biographies in there. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So hopefully collector sees them and they need them for their wall. Next up, I spent $70 just on this piece by itself. I thought it was definitely worth it for a new collector. Let's take a look at it. So what this is a Playmobil of the bridge of the Star Trek Enterprise. Might be missing a few pieces of interior in here. It's missing the figures. But for a new collector, I believe this is going to be right up their alley. I believe this is dated 1976. So we can walk around and find it here. And so it has the little door back there for the transporter. Here's the back of it. I mean, it's not in the best condition, but it's not in the worst condition. It is all there. It's a little dirty. Shows best of its wear. And there's the date right there. This is 1975. So you're looking at 45, 46 years old for this toy. I didn't think $70 was too bad for this. This was in a box with a few the other things, but this is the main thing that I really paid for. In the transporter door will still spin. I don't know what the green and I don't know what those two buttons do up there, but that's just what spins it. So yeah, that's what this is. Next up, I didn't even know these were in the box. This was a complete and total surprise and a welcome surprise. These are a bunch of the iron-on transfers. 1975 iron transfer, Star Trek. There's the Enterprise. And while digging through the box, I found 4 1977 Star Wars iron-on transfers. Let's see if I can get the light onto them. Well, not really too good, but yeah, they're fully colored, good to go. I think these are already going to be spoken for, but you can see the 4 different ones that I have. These are all dated 1977, so these are all early Star Wars. So I believe those are spoken for. We'll just have to wait and see how it turns out. Also digging through there, found Battlestar Galactica iron-ons, 1979. This is a book of 12, and all 12 are still in the book. I think these are going for $25 to $30 a piece for these because they're still in excellent condition. I don't really remember Battlestar Galactica, to be honest with you, but apparently it has a following, and I have stuff for them. So those are those. Also, there's in the vanilla folder was this whole stack of iron-ons from the 70s. These are all different type of Star Trek iron-ons. Pull a couple out. There's one type, Klingon power. There's quite a few of those Klingon powers. Star Trek Lives. Keep on Trekking. And another one of those with different little smaller ones onto it. I don't even know how much these are going for. I've tried to look them up. I think I got to look a little bit harder, but I think they're going anywhere from $10 to $15 a piece as well. And inside this folder are other type of space type vintage 1970s iron-ons. So that's it for the Star Trek and space type memorabilia that I was able to pick up. So on to the one-offs. I got a first edition Calvin and Hobbes, the complete editions. It's all 3 books. It's not in the best shape, but it's not in the worst shape either. Definitely showing its age and from being stored probably not in the best conditions, but I paid $15 for this item, and they are comping out anywhere from $100 to $120 in used condition. If you find these new, still wrapped up, you're looking at $200 to $300 for them. Probably looking right around $250 for it if it was still brand new wrapped up. But for $15, I don't think I could go wrong. Next are these vintage tin camel ashtrays. I paid $15 for these. There's actually a stack. There's a whole stack. There's actually 17 in here, and these are going anywhere from, I've saw a couple go for as high as $9 a piece, but most of these are going anywhere from $3 to $5 a piece. So $15. Now I'll be able to turn that with the first 3 being sold. So I'll try to get $5 a piece for these. So that'll turn into almost $100 return on those. And last up was this old metal trunk, or toy trunk, whatever you want to call it. Spent $10 on this trunk. I really wasn't excited about the buy. Even though this whole side is all vintage 1980s G.I. Joe original toys. But the problem is they're all in bits and pieces, and none of them are complete. But I figured to a collector or to somebody who's trying to complete, like this helicopter's missing the propellers and the glass, but the majority of it's there. So I figure I'm definitely going to make my $10 back on the G.I. Joe. I don't know about the old Play School toys that are on this side. Fisher Price. There again, they're all in bits and pieces and what have you. So for $10, I think I'm definitely going to make at least the $10 back. Possibly more, just on the bits and pieces of G.I. Joe items that are in there. Lot them all together and let them go. So yeah, there you have it. That was the day at the auction. And yes, I spent all day at the auction. I didn't buy too much. It looks like a lot, but like I said, most of the stuff come in 2 cardboard boxes. Like I was saying, it's been $192, and I believe I'm going to make that back. I'm going to make a rough estimate. There's anywhere from, I don't know. See, the Calvin and Hobbes books are $100. I think the Star Trek toy, that should bring a good $75 to $80. Even though I paid $70 for it altogether, I think it's all going to work out. And I think I'm going to estimate this at a $300 to $500 buy, even after taking out my initial $192. Just by the time you break everything down, all the iron-ons, all the patches, I think it's going to be interesting to see how it works out. I was definitely happy with it. The auction was crazy. I mean, there were some big money flying out of there. There were a couple $1,000 items that sold. Most of the games were selling. They were selling by the stacks of 4 or 5, and they were going for anywhere from $25 to $50 a stack. But there again, they were from the 60s and 70s, and it's what people are looking for. But it was just a little bit too much out of my price range. The return on investment probably would have been okay, but they're a little bit longer tail items, unless you get the right collector, if you know people that are looking for that type of stuff. So with that, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for the support. Everybody that's been watching, thank you. Your clicks, your likes, your subscribes, you hit the little bell for the notifications. That's all very, very much appreciated. And just want to see this channel grow, even if it's by 1 subscription a day or by a week. I just enjoy doing them so far. So thank you all again. So go out, enjoy yourself, enjoy your time, enjoy your family, and we'll see you now the next time. Bye now.